It's Sunday, so you know what time it is. It's time for your Sunday service, soul food, and spiritual tea session with your favorite auntie captain goddess, with your favorite pirate captain, with your favorite goddess king. LadySpeech, Sankofa in the place to be. Hello, hello, hello. It has been a minute since I've been with all of you. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. But as you know, this has been my birthday season. So I took a moment, I took a second, I took a minute, I took a while to sink down into my transition, to sink down and welcome myself into my new year with everything I needed to welcome myself into my new year with. And let me tell you, baby, this break was everything. This break was fabulous. But boy, am I ready to be back with all of you. Hello, hello, my sugar honey dumplings. Hello, hello. We are finally ready to return back to our regularly scheduled program. That means, yes, your Sunday service is back to where it needs to be. Yes, yes, my beautiful people. There's been some changes. There's been some transformations. I've had a birthday. I also have some new ink. Lots of things have happened. It's been a whole rebirth. Good morning, good afternoon to you, my lovely, beautiful sugar honey dumplings. Hello, so many OGs in the house. Now, you know the drill. My OGs, you know what to do. You're already doing it. If you're not new to this, but you're true to this, you've been to more than 3 lives. You've been about this channel. You're an official YouTube sugar honey dumpling. You've been following me on more than one platform. Go ahead and put a butterfly in the comments or a purple and blue heart in the comments. Y'all know what to do. If you are a newbie here, if you've only been to 1 or 2 lives, you just started following me, put a caterpillar or put a yellow or green heart in the comments. Hello, my beautifuls. It is so good to see you. It is so good to be with you. It is so good to come back to our regularly scheduled program. This means also, my members, you will be getting a members only video this week, okay? Thank you guys for your patience with me. I do appreciate it. You know I take my breaks, and this was my birthday season, and this was an incredible birthday season. It has given me so many gifts and so much transformation, and I just had to take a minute. I had to take a minute and sink into that. I had to take a moment and get into that. But I'm better, baby. I'm back, baby, and I'm ready to serve you, honey. My new ink is my pride and joy. Goddess King. This was transformational. Yes, it hurt. Before anybody asks, yes, it hurt. All of my ink hurts. It doesn't ever feel good, okay? But yes, this is a commemorative piece. This piece is very important to me, and it's very much connected to my friend who was brutally taken from us at the beginning of the year. The reason why I shaved my head. So yeah, this was done in her old shop. Yeah, it just means a lot. All of my pieces mean a lot, but these mean a lot to me. So it is good to be back with you guys. Now let's get into it. My OGs know what's up, but my newbies, you might not know what's up. So go ahead and get comfortable, okay? Go ahead and get comfortable. Grab your comfort items, because this is your Sunday service spiritual tea and soul food session, aka spiritual spanking. Your favorite motivational dominatrix is back at it, baby. So for you newbies, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to the process. For you OGs, you already know what's up. Whitney is already in the comments letting us know that their safe word is affirmation. Sarah is already here assuming the position. You know what to do. And you know what I got for you guys. You know what I got for you guys. You know what I got for you guys. That's right, baby. She's back. She's back. Y'all ready for this cosmic spanking? You ready for this cosmic spanking? Go grab your comfort items. Go grab your juices and your teas, your sparkling waters and your still waters. Go grab your soft things, your plushies. And assume the position. Yes, yes, yes. All right, newbies, let me introduce you to this process. Number 1, this is our paddle, because this is a spiritual spanking. Get ready. Number 2, this is a divination. So let me show you what it is that I'm going to be using for divination purposes. We have got cards today, so we're going to be using the Light Seer's Tarot. We are also going to be using the Goddess Oracle deck. We're also going to be using the Angels and Ancestors deck. We are also going to be using the African Goddess Rising deck, okay? So those are the cards that we're going to be using today. Now, the affirmation box is here for us. The affirmation box is here to spank us. The affirmation box is here and it's got jokes. For the you new people here, this is just an affirmation box. What you're going to learn though is that this is a whole living being, and it's my fault that this is a whole living sentient being. I didn't imbue too much energy into it and now it lives. This is a box full of affirmations, full of positive quotes, full of parts from the Bible and the Quran, full of song lyrics. It's just got a lot of really cool things in it. I'm going to pull at random from this box, okay? I'm going to pull at random from this box, and we're going to do a call and response, all right? So I'm going to say the affirmation, and I'm going to use that opportunity to pour into my cup. I'm going to say that affirmation and pour into me. You're going to use that first time of me hearing the affirmation to listen to the affirmation. Then I'm going to invite you to say the affirmation with me. All right, so when I give you that opportunity, repeat the affirmation out loud if you have the ability to. If you don't have the ability to, say it inside of you and say it with your chest. If you can't do that, just listen to the affirmation and let it rinse and wash all over you, all right? All right, y'all still doing all right out there? You're getting your comfort items, you're assuming the position, you're doing what you need to do, you're handling your business? Good. I am glad to hear it. I am glad to hear it. All right, all right, all right. Now, when I do these divinations, I usually do bring my rock friends. All my rock friends are in the bedroom right now. So it is okay. They're here in spirit. I've got some strawberry quartz, though, that's chilling in the bedroom. And I've got some optical honey calcite that's chilling in the bedroom. All right. Are you guys ready to get it started? Let me check in with these comments. The spiritual sister said, gratitude for these messages. Thank you so much. Sarah said, breathe. She breathes. Yes, she does. Yes, that affirmation box breathes. Morgana said, I'm a little unsteady emotionally today, and I know I need this spiritual spanking with love today. You got it, baby. I got you. I got you, baby. Just hang on tight. Varia said, ready. So happy. Misty said, oh, there she is. That's right, baby. That's right. Let's see. Jess said, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Lex said, love. Hey, baby. Love you back. So many OGs in the house, in the place to be. All right, my darlings, if you are here live, you are right on time. If you are seeing this in the beginning of the reading, in the middle of the reading, in the end of the reading, you are right on time. If you are watching this reading as it has been recorded, you are right on time, okay? Please know that I'm going to be listing all of the cards in the description box. So if you want to know what cards I'm using, you can also get those cards. I want to encourage you to shop locally first to find these business cards. Also, you can find a lot of these cards at Herbs and Arts. I mention this place often in Denver, Colorado, okay? Then if your last resort, if you cannot shop locally in small businesses, then go online and maybe look at Amazon, okay? All right. Also, I want you to let you know that this is labor, a labor of love, but it is labor. So in the name of reciprocity and reparations, also, if you want to offer me a late birthday gift, baby, the Cash App is LadySpeech. The Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. The PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. Always feel empowered to show your financial appreciation for this labor. All right, I've given you enough time to get ready. I've given you enough time to gear up. Let's get into this reading. Shall we? All right, good people. First and foremost, I'm feeling good. This trip back home, this birthday trip has been everything. I have had ceremony. I started this trip on ceremony. I'm going to end this trip on ceremony. I attended a kink conference. I participated in a kink conference. I learned a lot. I upped my skills in the dominatrix arena. I have connected and made more community, baby. I let go of so much. I said goodbye to so many old aspects of who I was, and I let myself come into all the new things that needed to be. So happy birthday to me in this piece. Let me reintroduce myself to you, okay? All right. We're going to begin with the Light Seers Tarot. All right. We're going to begin strong with the King of Swords. Let's talk about the King of Swords. The King of Swords is intelligent. The King of Swords is logical. The King of Swords is confident in their mental capabilities. The King of Swords encourages us to lean into our mental capabilities, all right? Here's the thing that I want to caution you, all right? We live in a society that has gendered mental intelligence as the biggest thing. We've gendered it as masculine, and we've put mental intelligence above all intelligence. We must remember that mental intelligence is the best when it is in alignment with emotional, spiritual, and physical intelligence, okay? There is emotional intelligence. There is spiritual intelligence, there's physical intelligence, okay? And if those things are in alignment, it is very easy for mental intelligence to get influenced to become something manipulative and fucked up, all right? The King of Swords reminds us, encourages us, all right, to use our mental prowess, to have faith in our mental capabilities, to use our logic to get to the situations before us. It cautions us against becoming arrogant, using our intellect to manipulate the situation, or to put someone who might be of lesser intelligence, a mental intelligence, in a compromising situation. The King of Swords, also a big reminder that came to me with this, is reminding us to be aware of your teachers. Follow people and teach and learn from people who have more knowledge than you, more experience of you, but be aware of the teachers who are overly critical. Beware of the teachers who use their knowledge to bargain with you, who use their knowledge to create power imbalances between you. Beware of the teacher who manipulates with their intelligence and with their intellect, okay? And get yourself away from those types of teachers, okay? Get yourself away from those types of teachers. When it comes to learning, your teachers should challenge you. They should be firm with you. Everything that your teachers say, you're not going to necessarily agree with, and that is okay. But there's a difference between hoarding information, misusing information, misrepresenting misinformation, or using information to create improper power imbalances, okay? Beware that you don't become this person, all right? Beware that you aren't arrogant in this way, okay? Again, this week, in the next couple weeks, Spirit wants us to use our mental intellect in alignment with our emotional, physical, spiritual intellect, but Spirit wants us to lead with that, okay? In alignment with, and remember that sometimes your emotional intellect, your spiritual intellect is going to be the one that leads, but again, that no matter which intellect is leading, alignment is what is the most important thing. Alignment is key. Making sure that your spiritual, emotional, physical, and mental intellect is in alignment, and making sure that we're not, one is not greater than the other. Mental intellect is not greater than emotional intellect. We have a lot of people in power who are intellectually sound, but emotionally unavailable, or emotionally defunct, or emotionally regressed. And because of that, that erodes their mental capabilities, all right? So in alignment, in alignment, in alignment, in alignment. I'm going to go ahead and check in with these comments and see how we are doing so far. Vamp Kitten said, I've definitely been slacking in many areas, so I know the spiritual spanking is about to spank me into shape. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Someone said, be aware of the teacher, Lord. Yep. Yep. JJ said, it's been rough lately, and I've been slacking. I know the spanking is about to get me together. Yes. Willie said, hit the like button, people. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Maria said, sent you a small PayPal. My real name is, thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Natasha said, you are glowing, radiating such great energy. Thank you, baby. Everything is different now, baby. Everything is different now. We have Raven, blue calcite with me today. I heard that. Kiev said, you're literally so beautiful. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you. All right, let's keep going. Valentina said, this is what I need today. I got you, baby. I got you, boo. You know I take my breaks. But when I come back strong, honey. All right, let's keep going. We are still in the Light Seers Tarot. We have the Five of Wands, all right? Let's talk about it. Healthy competition. Healthy competition is a good thing. Healthy competition is a good thing. Unhealthy competition is not what we want. Listen, get you a community, get you peers, get you co-workers who encourage you, who motivate you, who push you to be your greatest self, who do not blow sunshine up your ass, who help you, who can critically, from a loving perspective, critically give you good advice, okay? Who can critique you in order to help make you better. There is nothing wrong with healthy competition. Get you amongst peers, get you amongst co-workers, build yourself a village where you and your community can grow together, where you can inspire one another, where you can motivate one another, okay? Get you a community where y'all can help each other. Beware and extract yourself from communities where there is tearing down that's happening, where there is nothing but talking mess about each other, where there is infighting or people are not encouraging each other. Get yourself away from that spiritual house. Get yourself away from that job, that work environment. Get yourself away from that, because that does nothing but tear you down. Your peers should encourage you, should inspire you, should call you out on your BS, okay? Should call you out on your BS. You should be able to be in community with people who you are safe enough to be your greatest self and also your not so great self. You should be in community where weaknesses and strength can be interchanged. Community is a space, you know, you have found a good space in community where you are weak, your other people are strong. You can embrace each other, where you can speak about mental health issues, where you can know the ins and outs of each other. If you do not have that community, if you're looking to build that community, start first with your spiritual team. Also, begin with defining what this means from a healthy perspective. And when we are defining what we need from community, it's really important for you to know what you got to be honest with what you got going on. You have to be honest with what you have going on. Anytime that I'm manifesting a lover or people or, additional people to be a part of my village, I always am clear with myself that I deal with mental health issues. So I always include the fact that I know my deficiencies and where I'm problematic. And I include that in my manifestations, in that I'm looking for people who will be able to deal with that. Does not mean that I put the onus of my mental health issues or my BS on them, but it means I manifest people in my life who would be able to handle me in the throes of my mental illness, okay? It is time for us to lean into the village, to redefine what village means, to lean into each other a lot more, to support each other, to help each other, okay? Your community should be a place where you are pushed, where you are motivated, where you can look at them and be inspired by what they're doing, okay? All right? Extract yourself from communities that tear you down. Extract yourself from communities that don't build you up. And baby, this, for some of you, is going to hit in the family sector. And I'm saying this as someone who walked away from my family at 18 years old. I say that as someone who removed myself from my family because they refused to acknowledge the level of abuse we all were participating in, but the level of abuse that I had endured as a child from the hands of my father. I extracted myself from my family because my family was toxic. And I embarked on a life of rebuilding and chosen family for myself. Over the years, in the beginning, I got a whole lot wrong, but I learned and I grew and I eventually got a whole lot right. And I have built for myself a chosen family that is loyal, that is beautiful, that provides me with the foundation I need to be great, okay? Get yourself a community where you can lovingly be with each other, where you can lovingly critique each other, where you can be there for each other, where you can support each other, where your ideas are similar enough, where there is connection, but different enough, where there is growth, okay? And extract yourself from communities that are tearing you down, because the village is how we're going to be all right. At the beginning of the pandemic, we lost a lot of people, and we could have lost a lot more. A lot of the reasons that a lot of people were saved was because of village. We have to remember that you are your brother's keeper. You are your sister's keeper. You are your sibling's keeper. We are each other's keeper. We are better together. Now, most of us are walking around here damaged. We do not know properly how to be loved. So the first step for a lot of us is going to be examining where we are deficient in receiving love and in giving love, and becoming students of relationships, becoming students of communication, becoming students of love, okay? All right, and a lot of you guys are doing it in these comments, these places where we are meeting, these places where there are like minds connecting. You guys are representing where you're at. Like, sometimes you got to go out on a limb and like put yourself out there. One of the best ways to build community is pursue your interest, pursue your passions. One of the ways that I began to build my chosen family was simply getting to know myself. The more that I indulged the things that I was passionate about, the things that brought me joy and satisfaction, I was able to connect with people who had similar or the same passions. And from there, we begin to build community, slow and steady, okay? All right. All right, beautiful people, how are we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? Okay, I'm going to check in with the comments and then we're going to get to some of these affirmations. Natasha said, this has been a great community and I'm so thankful for all of you. I want to say that too. This community that we are building together. First off, we're at 10,000 people. Hello. I'm going to do a whole celebration video about that. We just hit 10,000 people. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But the community that we have built here on this channel, I am so appreciative of. I love y'all all so deeply. I thank you for always having each other's back, for having my back. I thank you so very deeply. All of you are fucking wonderful. And please know at some point too, I do plan on some meet and greets and some touring and stuff. So we're going to get to see each other face to face. That has said, moved from Seattle to Baton Rouge, here 18 months. All right, get with that. Get with your spiritual team, baby. Start manifesting a good community around you. You got this. You got this. Valentina said, yes. Natasha is here looking for a healthy community. It's been fairly lonely. You'll build it one person, one breath at a time. All right. Natasha said, been distancing myself from my mom. She's never been concerned about me or my health issues. Do what you got to do for you, baby. Do what you got to do for you. Do what you got to do for you. Jodeci said, you have truly inspired me to embrace my path and be enveloped in alignment. Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you. I'm glad I'm here for you. Rose said, peace and blessings from Vegas, Queens. Peace and blessings to you, Ro. Peace and blessings to you, Kiev said. And Kiev, I think I said that correctly. If I am not saying that correctly, well, I think I'm saying that wrong. Cleve. Is it Cleve? I said Cleve. I thought that was an I. I think that's Cleve. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Cleve said, felt so sloppy and unmotivated. Today is literally what I needed. Well, you know I got your back, baby. You know I got your back. Makeup said, hey, LadySpeech, you have any classes coming up next month? I do have some classes coming up next month. I'm going to release those next week. I got your back. All right, good people. Let's do some affirmations. Again, Cash App LadySpeech, Venmo LadySpeech, Sankofa, Cash App LadySpeech, Venmo LadySpeech, Sankofa, PayPal LadySpeech, Sankofa at gmail.com. Always feel free to show financial appreciation for this labor. All right, my loves, let's do some affirmations. This affirmation says, I do the work to make everything that's possible my reality. I do the work to make everything that's possible my reality. Repeat after me. I do the work to make everything that's possible my reality. I do the work to make everything that's possible my reality. I do the work to make everything that's possible my reality. I do the work to make everything that's possible my reality. I do the work to make everything that's possible my reality. I do the work to make everything that's possible my reality. All right, this next one is for those of us who embrace our masculinity. You could be femme, you could be trans, you could be non-binary, you could be cisgender. But whatever it is, this is about masculine sexuality. So for those of us who embrace our masculine sexuality, this is an affirmation for us. If this is not for you, just hold some space, baby. It's always a wonderful thing to be someone who can hold space for other people to affirm themselves in front of, okay? And this is a great opportunity for me to remind you all that your favorite auntie uncle is gender fluid. I'm all the genders, honey. I'm all the genders. All right, repeat after me. Masculine sexuality is my natural birthright. Masculine sexuality is my natural birthright. Masculine sexuality is my natural birthright. Masculine sexuality is my masculine birthright. Masculine sexuality is my natural birthright. Masculine sexuality is my natural birthright. All right. Good people, let us do actually another affirmation because it's been a while. It's been a while. We'll do three. Repeat after me. This is all for everybody. I am fierce. 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 All right, my darlings, let's move on to the African Goddess Rising deck. I love this deck. It's so lush and beautiful and divine. We have Ngame, which is all about desire. What do you want? No, really, what do you want? No, really. What do you want? What do you want spiritually? What do you desire? What do you desire sensually, sexually? What do you desire financially? What do you desire career-wise? A lot of us walk around here manifesting things that we were told to manifest. Society told us to manifest, our culture, our people, our parents told us to manifest certain things by certain times. A lot of us actually haven't sunk down into what it is that we really want. There's a lot of us who manifest relationships, and we get those relationships, and it turns out we don't want that type of relationship. I'm ethically non-monogamous, polyamorous. And my love life didn't start working for me until I figured out what I was, what I wanted, and how I desired it. I'm also sapiosexual and a bit demisexual as well. Until I figured out those things about myself, my love life didn't go like I wanted to. I'm also very kinky. And my kink and sensuality is very much connected to my spirituality. As it turns out, I'm a daughter, I'm a son, I'm a child of the war gods and the love goddesses, the war goddesses and the love gods. Until I defined what I wanted and what I needed from myself, things didn't work for me. When I decided how I wanted it, how I needed it, and as I gave myself permission to keep redefining that as I needed it, things didn't work out for me. What do you desire? Some of you are lying to yourself, and that's why things aren't working out for you. Do you work for yourself and actually, in our actuality, you don't like owning your own business? There are some of us who are built to own our own businesses, and there are some of us who simply enjoy working for other people. Do you need to shut that business down and go get you a 9-to-5 job? That's okay. Are you working a 9-to-5 job and you ain't being honest about the fact that you don't have the personality for a 9-to-5 job and you really actually need to run a business and be on your own? Are you in school because everybody told you that's what you should do, but what you really want to do is not be in school and go ahead and pursue your dream because you know exactly what do you want? What do you want? For some of you, this is a matter of simply stop lying to yourself. Opening up and allowing yourself to desire exactly what you want. For some of you, you are afraid to admit that what you're desiring is actually kind of fucked up. So you're not going to shift or change or heal that until you admit that's what you want. And if you can recognize that what you want is actually real and healthy, then sit and follow that rabbit hole all the way down and begin to do your healing work around why you desire something that is toxic. What do you want? What do you want? When I first started my healing work around my sensuality, I had to sit and acknowledge that some of the things that I was desiring were really depraved and not okay, and were hurtful. And I was ashamed of that. But as I finally figured out at some point that holding that shame around those things wasn't going to help me grow. And I needed to sit with why I was uncomfortable with some of the things that I was desiring. And that's when the healing began. That's when I began to pinpoint that some of the things that I was desiring became because I was initiated and introduced to sensuality and sexuality from a very abusive perspective. When I was able to sit with that and let go of the shame, a lot of my desires shifted. Some of those desires didn't, but I got to a place where I could place those in a healthy way and enact those desires in a way that wasn't hurtful. What do you want and why? Some of you, the message for this is getting brave enough to let yourself want what you want. You come from an oppressive, religious, spiritual space. You weren't allowed to want what you want. You weren't allowed to be who you were supposed to be. So now that you are older, you still repress those desires. For some of you, this is in regards to your sexuality. Maybe you don't like women. Maybe you're not as straight as you think. Maybe you're a little bit gay. A lot of bit gay. For some of you, this is kinky stuff. You won't admit that you are into more kinkier things. For some of you, the question is, you actually don't have sensual sexual desire. Some of you are asexual and you are out here performing sexuality because that's what society told you to do. What do you want? It's time to give yourself permission to understand and define your desires. It's time to give yourself permission to understand that desires can shift and change, and that's okay. Maybe what you wanted 10 years ago is not what you want now, and that's okay. What do you want and why? Ooh, excuse me, that carbonated water. Will you give yourself permission to want what you want? Will you give yourself permission to want what you want? Jodeci said, oh, an energy healer. It is so powerful, a draw for me. Natasha said, what you want can change throughout life. It doesn't have to stay the same. That's a part of evolution of the soul. That's exactly right. Olivia said, I need to run my business because this 9 to 5 is killing me. Yup. Veronique said, I just signed on right on time, and though I have to jump off, I will be coming right back to finish this. That's right, baby. You are right on time. Jodeci said, determining what I want and living it has turned out determining what I want and living it as it turns out so many a way. I'm absolutely okay with that. That's right. One of the things that living your truth is going to repel people from you. And oftentimes the people that repel from you are the right people. They're not going to support you in your new endeavors. Wanting what you want and being who you are has a way of weeding the wrong people out of your life. By me being me and being all the way standing in my truth, that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. And the people that are uncomfortable usually mean me harm, or at the very least don't mean me good, okay? Missy said, this reading is really coming from me this morning. I told you to get your comfort items, baby. Get your comfort items. Lavoria said, thank you. You have helped me so much on my spiritual journey. I needed this speech today. Thank you. You are so welcome, baby. You are so very welcome. All right. Capico, I'm saying that wrong, said, I want my ADHD brain to work better. I jumped into self-employment because 9 to 5 didn't work for me, but I still want that regular schedule. Thinking about this. All right, so don't be afraid to, as you are working for yourself, to really look at what works best for you. So as someone who works for themselves, what I had to just give in, and someone who is also neurodivergent, for me, I had to understand, I started working for myself because I couldn't hack it in 9 to 5 world. But also working for myself has been touch and go, understanding that there are some parts of working for other people of that scheduled life that my brain needs. But also I had to just study myself and learn my patterns. And for me, what I came to is like, working for myself means I work best when I attend to my spirituality and attend to myself in the mornings, and then if I do my business in the afternoon, in the evenings, and at nighttime. And then I allow myself to tweak that as I go along, okay? One of the best things that you can do in this process is do not judge yourself. As you are defining your needs, as you are defining your wants and desires, don't judge yourself if you need to do things a little bit differently than other people, okay? That's a big part of this process, is not judging yourself, all right? All right. Let's keep going. We are still in the African Goddess Rising deck. We have Tituba, feeling safe. It is time to be yourself, and in order to be yourself, you need to feel safe. It is time to be yourself, and in order to be yourself, you need to feel safe. It is time to be yourself, and in order to be yourself, you need to feel safe. It is time for you to be your full weird self, your full gay self, your full powerful self, your full artistic self, your full neurodivergent self. It's time to be yourself, and it's time to put yourself in positions to be yourself. It is time to work yourself up to the point where you can demand safety so that you can be your full self. It is time to begin the process. If some of you are at the beginning, it's time for you to begin your process of making your world safe, okay? That means curating your social media so it's safe for you to be yourself. Unfriending and blocking all you need to, even if that's your family. All right, it's time to start making arrangements to be in a community where you can be your full, amazing self with, okay? It is time for you to give yourself permission to be your full self. It is time for you to give yourself permission to be your full magic self. It is time for you to give yourself permission to be your full intelligent self. Some of y'all are dimming your light because it makes other people around you uncomfortable. It's time for you to say F you to the people who are made uncomfortable by you being your full self, baby. Be your full self. Life is short. You ain't got a lot of time on this planet. Quit wasting it trying to serve other people's agendas. Let me remind you that no matter what you do, someone's not going to like it. You think every spiritual healer likes the fact that I'm public about my kinkiness? No. Do you think every spiritual healer likes the fact that I'm public about my gender fluidity? No. Do you think every spiritualist likes the fact that I protect trans people because it is actually literally written into most indigenous spirituality? No. I don't care. My quality of life and my connection with my spirits and my path that I'm walking is way more important than what anybody thinks of me. No matter what I do, someone's going to be pissed off. So I'd rather do me and be happy. Do you and be happy. Do you and be happy. There is always going to be somebody who don't like it. So you might as well be happy. You might as well be happy. You might as well be happy. You might as well be satisfied. You might as well be happy with your life. You might as well be happy with your life. You might as well be satisfied. You might as well go to bed feeling good about yourself. You might as well go to bed happy with what you're doing with your life. You might as well. If you can't be safe around them, they don't need to be in your world. Some of you got some decisions to make about some people in your lives after this reading. Some of you need to sit down and think about who you are allowing in your world. Some of you are valuing other people's potential over your safety, and that's why you ain't growing. Quit prioritizing what other people think about you. Not everybody's gonna like what the hell you doing, so you might as well do what you need to do and be happy in this piece. Some of you ain't being your full selves because you don't want to disappoint your mama. That ain't the first time she been disappointed. Do you and be happy. And it ain't gonna be the last time she disappointed. Do you and be happy. Do you and be happy, baby. Do you and be happy. Let me tell you something. I'm a death doula. I literally assist people as they are going to the other side. I help the living deal with people as they go on the other side. And the nastiest, ugliest, most saddest deaths I've ever attended are people who didn't live their life fully. That is the saddest death I've ever had to do. People who didn't go for it. You better go for it. Get rid of people you don't feel safe with. If I don't feel safe around you, you don't get to be around me. That includes family. They know by now, if I don't feel safe around you, I don't care. Life is entirely too short. Some of you is weirder than as hell, and you are unhappy because you ain't out here being your full weird self. Some of you is kinky as hell and you ain't happy because you ain't being your full kinky self. Some of you is gay as all get out and you ain't happy because you ain't being your gay self. Some of you is antisocial as hell and you don't like people. You just need your village is 2 or 3 people and you out here doing the most because you just around all these people and that's not you. It's time to examine why you don't feel safe enough to be yourself and then start addressing those things so you can be yourself. Because ultimately, that's where your quality of life is going to come from. Look, it's even as simple as when I'm at the gym, when I put my earbuds in and my jam comes on, I'm going to dance. I don't care. I'll be at the gym grooving. I will do my reps and everything, but I'll drop them weights in a second. If my breakdown comes, I don't care what I look like. I don't care about none of you. I don't care if no one else is dancing. I don't care if the music outside of me is different from the music inside my earphones. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. It ain't hurt nobody. It's making me happy. My workout is better. I'm motivated. Do you. And examine why you ain't doing yourself. And then attend to that. And again, if it's because people are going to look at me weird, people are going to think you're weird anyway. No matter what the hell you do. So just do you. Okay. Let's do some affirmations. Okay, this affirmation is a quote by Meister Eckhart. It said, if the only prayer you said was thank you, that would be enough. Repeat after me. If the only prayer you said was thank you, that would be enough. And let's change the you to an I. If the only prayer I say is thank you, that would be enough. If the only prayer I said is thank you, that would be enough. If the only prayer I said was thank you, that would be enough. If the only prayer I said was thank you, that would be enough. If the only prayer I said was thank you, that would be enough. If the only prayer I said was thank you, that would be enough. All right. This affirmation says, it's not overacting to ask for what you want and need. Let's change the you to I. It's not overacting to ask for what I want and need. It's not overacting to ask for what I want and need. It's not overacting to ask for what I want and need. It's not overacting to ask for what I want and need. It's not overacting to ask for what I want and need. It is not overacting to ask for what I want and what I need. All right. All right. Let's do one more affirmation. This is a quote from Brene Brown. This says, talk to yourself like you would someone you love. Aha! Somebody definitely need to hear this today. Talk to yourself like you are someone you love. Talk to yourself like you are someone you love. Talk to yourself like you are someone you love. Talk to yourself like you are someone you love. Talk to yourself like you are someone you love. Talk to yourself like you are someone you love. Talk to yourself like you are someone you love. All right, let me check in with the comments. Again, the Cash App is LadySpeech, the Venmo, LadySpeech Sankofa. The PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. Always feel free to show financial appreciation for this labor. All right. Jacinda said, I can't stay for the whole live, but thank you for sharing with us. You are so very welcome, my dear. JJ said, it's so hard to admit what I want because it feels like I've been walking in a lie to be who I am supposed to be for so long. This was death for me. And baby, let me tell you something. It's going to be a difficult transition in the beginning, but once you make that transition and live in your authentic truth, you are going to have a best life. In the beginning of that is hard. It's hard. But once that transition is made, it gets easier and easier. Know, JJ, that you got this and your entire spiritual team got you. Olivia said, I'm giving myself permission to have grace to be me. Yes, that's right, baby. That's right. You got this. Grace and mercy is the key, though. Melanie said, I'm 49 and finally figuring out what I want. It feels wonderful. And the deeper you give yourself permission to want what you want and go after what you want, the better this life is going to be. The better this life is going to be. Farah said, I was so far into people pleasing and being told what I should want that I had to sit down many times and literally ask myself, what do I want? Do I really want this? Yeah, self-introspection is powerful. And it's not a coincidence that so many of us were abused into being people pleasers. It takes a lot to break out of that, but we can break out of that. Catherine says, after the Navy, I don't want another employer but me. That's right. Know what you want and create your world, baby. Know what you want. Melanie said, this card was for me. I need to feel safe to express who I am. And you can, baby. Know that there is still time. Olivia said, out here calling me out. We don't say it's a spiritual spanking for nothing, bunny. Sylvia said, I have a lot of anger harbored from all sorts of messed up experience I've dealt with. It affects my craft and affects my relationships. It is time, baby. Don't judge yourself in that, but admit it and act accordingly. Start attacking that with grace, mercy, and love. Natasha said the call out, want to lay in some grass out back with the neighbors is in this apartment complex. Want to call the cops on anything and everything. Yeah, be safe first and foremost. Be safe. Amy said, you can cater a party, but you can't cater to everyone at the party. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Zadie said, yes, embrace your inner weirdo. Amen. Amen. Sarana said, or kink for that matter. It's okay to not like sex and still like kink. Exactly. As someone who's in the kink world, there's a lot of us who exist in that realm, and it is okay to exist in that realm. Heavenly Carter said, at this point, I don't even know what I want. And it's okay to be there. It's okay when you go to begin to dissect it to realize you don't know what you want. That's an excellent place to start. Now you can move forward and begin to define what you want for yourself, okay? All right, you beautiful people, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Welcome, Trisha. Thank you for joining the Sugar Honey Dumpling crew. I appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. I appreciate you. Again, to my members, I want to thank you so much for your patience. This week, we're going to get back to members-only lives. We're also going to do some members-only chats and all that good stuff. So I'm so excited. And again, thank you for your patience. Sometimes I take my days off, but this allows me to be better for you. I practice what I preach over here. I'm not going to just tell y'all to take care of yourselves and not do it for me. Okay? Okay? Sylvia said, how do we join the Sugar Honey Dumpling crew? Well, all of you are a part of it. All of you are already a part of it because if you follow me, if you appreciate me, if you uplift my stuff, you are in my Sugar Honey Dumpling, baby. The official YouTube Sugar Honey Dumpling crew. You need to go to my page on YouTube. So some of y'all's phones, you're able to do it. Some of you have to go to a desktop to do it. But if you go to my official page, then you will see a section under the description box that says join, okay? Then it'll give you the 3 options and you join and unjoin at your convenience, all right? All right. Let's get it in. We're going to move on to the Angels and Ancestors deck, okay? We have the Sage. Be devoted and committed. Devotion is one of the most powerful gifts that you can give to your spirituality, to yourself, to other people in your life. Devotion is one of the most sacred gifts that we can give because it requires a groundedness. It requires an awareness and a mindfulness. You are an ancestor in training. You are an elder in training. You are a teacher. I don't mean this in the capitalistic, Western style role model way. I mean in the old school, we are all village. And we are all teachers to the next generation, whether you like it or not. What are you devoted to? What are you committed to? Ask yourself this. A lot of you are really tired in life because you are devoted to things that act as energetic vampirical entities. You are devoted to teachers, to religions, to employers who are sucking the life out of you. What are you devoted to? We're all devoted to something. Are you devoted to your TV? Are you devoted to social media? Are you devoted to toxic masculinity? Are you devoted to toxicity? What are you devoted to? The devotion card, the sage card, reminds us that we are ancestors in training, that we need to question where our devotion is going and be official about it. A lot of us are, you know, this society and these Western type of societies train us to be devoted to innocuous things, or not innocuous things. It trains us in an innocuous way to be devoted to destructive things. We must be intentional. Indigenous spirituality teaches us to be mindful about where our devotion is going. Are you devoted to white supremacy? Are you devoted to colonialism? Most of us are, because we're taught to be that way through systematic oppression. It's time to question your devotion to teachers. In regards to spirituality, what are you devoted to? Are you devoted to the message or to the teacher? When I take on mentees, I make sure they understand, I'm glad you're here. There's a reason why we're connected. But do not be devoted to me. Be devoted to this path first. Be devoted to your path. Be devoted to your spirituality first. And then you will receive the right teachers along the way. The devotion shouldn't be to the teacher first. It should be to the message. What are you devoted to? Who are you devoted to? It's time to commit. The first half is asking that question. What are you devoted to? Who are you committed to? The second half of this is what are you committed to? And some of you need to make the formal commitment. Formally commit to your spirituality. Formally commit to your self-improvement. Formally commit to it. Devote to it. Submit to your spirituality. Submit to your faith. Commit to it. The purpose of an initiation, the purpose of taking your shahada in Islam, the purpose of a baptism in Christianity is a formal commitment to these things. Formally commit to your self-improvement. Some of you want to improve your health, you want to improve things about your life, but you can't do it because you're actually not committed to it. You've only paid lip service to it. Are you actually devoted to it though? Some of you, your health journey isn't going well because you're not actually devoted to it. Where's your devotion at? Where is it going to? A lot of us get tricked into giving our devotion to messed up entities. Or some of you are devoted as hell to these companies. Sorry for that glitch. That was an alarm. Some of you are giving all of this devotion to companies that could care less about you. Thank you so much, Vamp Kitten, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Some of you are devoted to relationships that don't care about you. Quit being in relationships with people because of potential. You are doing yourself and them a disservice. See exactly where people are and judge them based off of that. Some of you are devoted to people who would leave you high and dry in hell and high water. Examine your devotion and rearrange it accordingly. Quit being in relationships that don't give back to you. Quit giving your devotion to entities that won't support you, that refuse to see you, that aren't uplifting you. Your devotion is a lot. It's connected. Devotion is connected to health. It's connected to everything. Devotion is energy. It's some of the purest and most potent of energy. The powers that be know this. So they have created ways to manipulate you and to get your devotion. Examine it. And be intentional. Recommit. Some of you commit. Some of you need to have a simple prayer. Some of you, it's a matter of ritual or ceremony. Commit to your spiritual path. Commit to your self-improvement. Commit yourself to your art. Commit yourself to your path and purpose. Commit yourself to your spirituality. Commit yourself. Get it? Got it? Good. How we doing out there? I know. This spanking is... I gave y'all a break and we came back swinging. And you should expect nothing less. I mean, I just came from a kink con where I did some learning and some improving. So, of course, these spankings are gonna keep getting more intense. But you know, I take care of you, baby. You know, I believe in aftercare. This is why I want you to get, I encourage you the safe words. I encourage you to get your soft comfort items. I encourage you to get your drinks. As a matter of fact, everybody take a drink. Rub it out. Rub it out. I know it hurts, but it hurts so good. It hurts so good. Remember that it hurts so good. And remember, this is all out of love. I love you. This is why this is happening. I love you. Never doubt that. Never doubt that. Hydrate yourself. Y'all go hydrate yourself. You got snacks? Grab your snacks and eat a little something. Not a lot. A little bit. Just to ground you and satiate you. Okay? Funky Horse said, I'm going to be leaving here with some bruises. But baby, those bruises are so beautiful when they bloom the next day. They really are. They really are. Quinta said, fireball on deck. I heard that. Do what you got to do, baby. Jody said, I needed to be reminded of this, actually given so much and people are not ready. That's right. That's right. Lex said, really struggling with being taught by people who refuse to take time to see me. Just keep reminding myself only 10 months left in this program. That's right, baby. And that's right. Just keep swimming. And please know that you will eventually attract teachers to you that will see you, my love. Just keep calling for it and keep working with your spiritual team to do so, okay? Misty said, I'm a hydrate. That's right, baby. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Misty said, King, I needed so many soft items for today's reading. I'm telling you. I thought I was ready. I wasn't ready. I hear you, baby. I hear you. Raven said, heard. The spanking I needed today. Gotta put in the work and examine my priorities. That's right. Sunshine said, I've been falling for potential. That's in. Give yourself permission not to fall for potential anymore, okay? Anymore. Jodeci said, my rare autoimmune disease from military service, I want to put healthy energy into meeting people where they're at in their journey. I'm not quite there yet. So Jodeci, I think that it's a powerful thing for you to first and foremost acknowledge, okay? And I want you guys to remember to work with your spiritual team. If you are hearing this reading, you obviously believe in some type of spirituality. Okay, so listen, your spiritual team knows exactly what you're working with and can help you in a customized way, all right? I'm very specific about the people who need to be in my village for several reasons. Number one, I don't live a regular life. I don't live a regular life. And number two, I've been able to curate a life for myself where I'm safe being my neurodivergent self. I'm safe being my crazy, weird, wonderful self. And this makes me thrive. But because of that, to maintain that, I have to have specific types of people in my world that can work with me because I'm also very intense all around. And I put that all on my spiritual team. And I ask them to help me draw those people in who not only I can work with, but who can work with me. You know, people who I can fit in the grooves of their life and be supportive around their mental health issues, around their things. You know, in the I'm a theater nerd. I'm an old school theater nerd, and in Rent, the musical Rent, there's this line that says, I'm looking for baggage that goes with mine, okay? Literally, I asked the ancestors to bring people into my world who are healthy, who are beautiful, but basically, I know we all got damage. So I'm looking for people whose emotional damage, whose mental damage works with my luggage, okay? Their baggage works with mine. So get with your spiritual team, baby. You know, and it's weeks. Sometimes it's months of prayer before these things start manifesting, but they manifest. There is a community out there for you, okay? There is a community out there for you, all right? Melanie said, yes, I need to be devoted. Exactly. Where is your devotion going? Are you devoted to the spiritual path? Are you devoted to the health journey? There's a lot of people who I see who start a spiritual path or a health journey, and when the first sign of strife comes, they X out, they bail. And it's really because they didn't take the time to really look at their devotion, okay? Even with anything. So I'm a dominatrix. And when it is time for me to interview and think about subs, I take a very long time to establish that dynamic between us. I do a lot of foundational work in that space, because once that devotion is established between us, I require pure devotion. I require your full attention, because the devotion that I'm giving to my submissive is that they get full, they have my complete attention and my complete devotion. But in order to have that in a trustful space, we got to spend the time defining what that looks like and putting in the work to do so. But once that devotion is established, beautiful things can be built on top of that, okay? Devotion is foundational for so much in our lives. Again, a lot of people's health journeys don't work out because they're not devoted to it. Are we paying lip service to it, or are we devoted to it? Are we paying lip service to it, or are we devoted to it? Okay? Okay. We're going to move on to the Water Guardian. We're still in the Angels and Ancestors deck. Again, I will be putting this in the description so you guys can do what you got to do. Nicole said, taking this spanking like a champ. I feel you, baby. We're almost done. We're almost done. All right, the Water Guardian. Connect with your emotions. What are you feeling? What are you feeling? What are you feeling? What are you feeling? Some of you are a lot angrier than you want to admit. And you not admitting how angry you are is getting in the way of your healing. I want to remind you that anger is a secondary emotion. It's not a primary emotion, but anger is important and you cannot bypass it. A lot of you are spiritually bypassing your anger, and this is why you're not getting the healing done at the depths you need to. There is always something up under anger, but you can't get to it unless you fully process your anger. Connect with your emotions. Are you actually happy? Are you scared? Some of you are scared. You're very, very afraid, and you are not letting yourself admit that you are afraid, so it's coming out like anger and you're lashing out, but really you're so freaking scared right now. And you won't admit it because you have shame around feeling scared. You think it's weakness. Examine that. Because it's time to connect with your emotions. It's time to connect with your emotions. Yeah. It's time to connect with your happiness. It's time to admit, some of you need to admit, I'm not happy. I'm not happy in this relationship. I'm not happy where I am in life. You can't improve. We can't make no changes unless you admit where you're actually at. Some of you are trying to manifest beautiful things in your life, but manifestations are heavily dependent on what you feel. And if you're not honest about what you're feeling right now, you can't get into a position where you can feel and manufacture happy, authentic feelings so you can manifest good things. What are you feeling? It's time to connect. It's time to connect. It's time to connect so that you can release. It's time to connect to your emotions so that you can process them. It's time to connect to your emotions. It's time. So that you can release it. So that you can release it. So that you can release it. It's time. It's time. Some of you need to connect to your emotions so you can take responsibility for your emotions. Connect so that you can process. Connect so you can process. Release any shame around experiencing your emotion. Release all shame around experiencing your emotion. Connect. It's time. It's time. Anger is not bad. It needs to be processed. It's not bad. And when you properly place anger in your life, it can actually be the fuel to help you get through many, many different things in your life. Some of you really need to connect with the fear because it's literally holding you back. So you're gonna need to have a dinner party. You're gonna need to invite all of your fears over. You're gonna need to make some cocktails. You're gonna need to serve some hors d'oeuvres. You're gonna need to sit all your fears down and say, hey, guess what? Y'all can no longer rule my life. So we're gonna have to discuss how I'm gonna get over all of you. Some of you are going to have to make friends with your fear. That's the only way you're going to get over your fear, by making friends with it. I had a fear of needles, says the heavily body modified person. And I made friends with my fear. Do I like needles? I hate them. I'm not afraid of them, no. I'm not afraid of them. I just had to make friends with it and move on because I don't like being a slave to fear. So, yeah, I dropped that. It's time to connect your emotions. It's time. It's time to do some work around that. Now, so for some of you, the work you're going to begin with is the why you can't connect. So some of you aren't going to actually start with the connecting with your emotions. Some of you are out here like, I'm very aware that like I'm not connected, and you're going to need to start there. You're going to need to start to the why you are disconnected. And it's really about indoctrination and trauma and abuse. So you're going to need to get up under there, examine those things, so then you can start to release yourself from that. All right. So some of you are starting with going to the connecting of the emotions. Some of you are at a space in your work where you can just start do your connection work. And some of you are in a place where you are at the place where you recognize you're disconnected, and in order to get connected, you need to examine, dissect, and unhook the why of why you can't connect with your emotions. Okay. Do not be afraid to utilize other readers. Do not be afraid to utilize therapists. What you need, or just talking to God, your spirit. Utilize everything you can to get up under that. But it is time to connect, my dear. It is time to connect, my dears. All right. I want to say welcome, Sylvia Lockhart, to the Sugar Honey Dumpling crew. Checking in with the comments. Black Regina George said, "Ooh, I appreciate you so much. A spiritual spanking is wearing me out, honey. Grab your comfort items. Get your water, baby. Get your water." Trish is already ready. They said, "I got my black cherry salsa and some trail mix on deck. Gotta do self-care, especially on busy work days." That's right, baby. That's right. Ashley said, "Oh, I'm late, but I'm here." Ashley, you are right on time. You are right on time. Trish said, "I'm learning to be devoted to me for once." Amen. Amen. Trish said, "Look, as a sub, I appreciate Doms and that take care, and it should be much more common than this." It really should be. It really, really should be. Ashley said, "I'm paying lip service to my health journey." It's a powerful thing to admit it. And like, again, don't judge yourself. I paid lip service to my health for a long time. It's been really until this last 2 years where I really became devoted to my health, and I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the changes on a different level. So just as long as we acknowledge it, we always have a place to build up from. Shamika said, "I just joined and I thought that was selenite. That was a selenite paddle." Ooh, honey. You done gave me an idea. I think I am going to commission a selenite paddle. Maybe not selenite though, because that's such a flaky one. I have crystal knives, a selenite knife and an obsidian knife. I'm going to have to get me a crystal paddle though. You done given me an idea, baby. You done given me an idea. All right. Shakti said, "This spanking, whoo." This one is not counting. Sharmika said, "Today starts Scorpio season. It is time." That's right. Raven said, "Anger was so taboo in my conservative religious upbringing. Still working on allowing myself to feel it when my tendency is to mask it as something else or shut it down entirely." You got this, baby. You got this. You got this. Ash said, "Your message is really making me look within. Something I can honestly say I took for granted by focusing on my career to suppress. I need to talk." Yes, baby. Yes, yes, yes. You got this, honey. All right, let's do some affirmations, and then we're going to do the last couple cards of this reading. This affirmation says, "I commit to confronting and healing my addictions." Repeat after me. I commit to confronting and healing my addictions. 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 Repeat after me. I commit to confronting and healing my addictions. I commit to confronting and healing my addictions. All right. This affirmation says, "Happiness and love flow freely from me." Repeat after me. Happiness and love flow freely from 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 me. All right, now this is an affirmation for those who have dealt with binging and purging and who still might be dealing with binging and purging. Fun fact about speech, in the name of transparency, I definitely have suffered with an eating disorder throughout the years. I can confidently say that I have not binged in the last 3 years, actually. It's been 3 years? Has it been 3 years? It's been about 3 years. So I dig this. If anyone else out there struggles with this affirmation is for you. If you don't struggle with this, just hold space for people who do. So repeat after me. I am healthier than the urge to purge. 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 Okay? We're going to do one more affirmation, and this is a quote by Rumi, and it says, what you seek is seeking you. Repeat after me. And we're going to change the you to I. What I seek is seeking me. 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 Alrighty then. Well, the universe has got jokes because we are in the Goddess Oracle deck now, and we are dealing with Sekhmet, which is all about anger and rage. Fun fact, Sekhmet and Bast are tattooed on my body. I count that tattoo as my Libra tattoo. It is my balance tattoo. Sekhmet is all about the righteousness of our rage and our anger. She reminds us, though, that when it is left unexpressed, when it is left repressed, when it is left unattended, it can turn into something that is very scary and destructive to every one of us, including you. When it is balanced, rage can protect us. My sacred rage has helped to protect people and myself as well. It has kept us safe. My sacred rage has come out because it is balanced. It comes out every single time the exact way and in the exact frame and fire it needs to come out in. When your rage and your anger are balanced, when they are allowed to be in the sacred holy spaces that they need to occupy, they will do good things for you. They will help you. Your rage and your anger will enhance you. You must make space for your rage. You must make space for your anger. You must honor them as sacred, just as sacred as happiness. You must learn your rage, learn your anger, and figure out healthy ways to express them. You must give them permission and avenues where they can be expressed dangerously as well, healthy as possible. Some examples of that are martial arts class, going to the gun range. You must make space for your anger and rage because so many times anger and rage are covering fear. They're covering sickness. They're covering hesitation, trepidation, sadness, pain, trauma. And sometimes those shadow emotions, they need a shield to cover them for safety. When we learn to balance our rage and our anger, when we learn to live and provide them with their sacredness, then when it's time to unpack what's under it, it will be easier to do. One of my favorite ways to express rage is to break things. And a lot of you like breaking things in rage and anger. But you do it in unhealthy ways because your rage and anger is imbalanced. You end up breaking things that you need or things that other people need. So here's the thing. Go to the thrift store. Spend $20 buying breakable things. Find yourself a safe place where no one's going to call the cops on you, and break them. Write down the things that you don't like or that you're mad out on with Sharpie on those items and break them. I like to get dishes. And I like to write down everything that's bothering me. And then I scream and rage and break them. After, of course, I provide myself with safety goggles and protective gear. Go to the gym. Go to rage rooms. Get a pillow that you can scream in. We all express differently. And we all need to have several ways of expressing our rage. Writing it down. Screaming into the void. Make space for your rage. Once we make space for our rage and our anger and we place them in a place of balance, it can't control us and it won't be out of control. If you don't, you will have moments where your rage will get the best of you, where your rage will hurt innocent people. Your rage is holy. Your rage is sacred. Don't demonize it. Express it. Healthy ways. Balance it. And last but not least, love. Aphrodite. She reminds us that love surrounds you. Whenever you feel unloved, you need to step outside. And you need to sit your behind on the ground. And you need to connect with the earth, because that's first mother. That's first father. That's first parent. Earth loves us with everything in them. So much so that earth provides so deeply for us. Connect to the love of your mother, earth. Understand that love surrounds you. Your spiritual team loves you. Connect to that love. I invite you all to engage in what I like to call love work. And most of the time when people think of love work, when I say love work, people automatically go to romantic love. Most of us need to do love work. All of us actually need to do love work. Love work is the love of self, the love between you and the animals, the love between you and the plants, the love between you and your spiritual team, agape love, the love between you and your creator, love between you and your friends, the love between you and your family, the love between you and strangers, the love between you and children, the love between you and elders. There is so much love. And so many of us only focus on romantic love. And that is why your love life is unfulfilled, because baby, love life is more than romance. Love, your love life is more than your relationship or the people you can act out lustfully with. Some of you are out here thinking you're unloved and you're taking for granted the love that surrounds you. Some of you need to take some time and work on loving yourself. Now, I'm guilty of making this statement back in the past, and I haven't learned it. But I used to tell people, if you can't love yourself, how can you love anybody else? Or if you can't love yourself, how can you receive love? And that's just untrue. Because if you don't love yourself, you're still capable of receiving love, and you should receive love. And if you don't love yourself, a lot of times the way you learn to love yourself is by having other people love you. Now, I can say this. There is a difference. When I didn't love myself, I had love. There's a difference with loving myself now, though. I can see it so much better. When I didn't love myself, I was still loved, but it was also harder for me to recognize that. It was harder for me to recognize healthy love. I deserved love when I didn't know how to love myself, when I didn't understand what I required. When I didn't understand how to love people back, I deserved love at every single point of that journey. And so do you. And so do you. Some of you have taken the love of strangers, the love of your children, the love of animals in your life for granted. And you should check into that. Some of you are asking other people to love you better and you refuse to love yourself better, and you should check into that. Some of you don't have love in your life, romantic love or other love, because you've never sat and defined it. How do you need to be loved? What do you require? What is your definition of love? What does love even mean to you? Sit with that. Sit with what love means to you. Sit with it. Sit with the fact that some of you are only focused on romantic love, and that is why you feel unfulfilled. Your lover cannot fulfill your love requirement. Your partner can't. If you are just looking for your lover to fulfill you and you're not focusing on village and family, this is a lot of people's problems. One person cannot give you the required amount of love you need. This society and the way this nuclear family, or this idea of nuclear family, got us messed up. No. The love that we all require and need to be people who are thriving requires several people. It requires your friends. It requires your chosen family. It requires the animals. It requires the earth itself. And it requires the people that you share intimate eros love with. Appreciate the love that surrounds you. Give love to yourself. Stand in love. Fall in love with yourself. Create space. Create safety in your world so love feels safe being there. Define what you need from love. And for some of you, you need to do some healing around situations where you thought it was love, but it wasn't. You got to do some healing around that because love has not forgotten you. Some of you, Creator has crafted love, situations where there's love for you, but you can't get it. You can't have access to it because you have not healed from situations where it wasn't love, but it masqueraded as love. Heal that. Because there is love for you in the form of romantic relationship, in the form of friendship, in the form of spiritual relationships, in the form of love between you and children. There's love there. But you can't see it because of the hurt inside of you. Because of this anger and rage that is unexpressed. You deserve love. All forms of love, you deserve it. You don't deserve it because you did these things. You don't deserve it because of these accolades. You deserve it because you were born. You deserve love because you exist. That's it. You deserve love simply because you exist. That's all. You were born. You're walking around here on this planet. That's why you deserve love. No, not because you did anything or not because you're going to do anything. On the flip side, that means you still deserve love when you're problematic. You still deserve love when you're not doing good. You still deserve love in the height of your mental illness. You still deserve love when you're making mistakes. You still deserve love. Let it surround you. I've been doing love work for the past almost 2 years now. Active love work. Working on being a better lover, working to be a better giver, working on the love that I receive, working on why it's been hard for me to receive love in the past, working on the love that I give and receive from the ancestors, from my spiritual team, and it has enhanced me so much. And it has allowed me to give love and receive love better. I invite us all to do love work and engage in love healing because we've been influenced by societies and colonialism and white supremacy that actively disencourages healthy love. So all of us need to look at it. All of us need to look at why we have loved the way we've loved. All of us. need to examine it. Okay? Okay. Let's do some affirmations. Let's do some affirmations. This affirmation says, I always have whatever I need. The universe takes good care of me. Repeat after me. I always have whatever I need. The universe takes good care of me. I always have whatever I need. The universe takes good care of me. I always have whatever I need. The universe takes good care of me. I always have whatever I need. The universe takes good care of me. I always have whatever I need. The universe takes good care of me. All right, this affirmation says, I have a lot to be thankful for. Repeat after me. I have a lot to be thankful for. 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 Let's do one more affirmation. 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 All right, this affirmation says, I'm now discovering new strengths in myself. Repeat after me. I am now discovering new strengths in myself. 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 All right, good people, we are at the end. So first and foremost, if you guys are doing any connecting with each other, make sure you get that information in right now. If you guys need to exchange emails or any of that, please do that. Please do not put your phone numbers or anything like that in the chat. Just exchange emails if you guys are going to be doing that, so to keep each other safe and all that good stuff. I want to thank you, each and every one of you, for tuning in today. We are back. I'm going to let you know right now that next week's reading is going to be in the evening. I don't know what time that's going to be. I believe that's going to be Eastern Standard Time, but I'm not too sure. So, but it's just going to be in the evening. Just expect that. But we will be doing Sunday service. Again, that will be in the evening next week. Okay? Okay. With that being said, the Cash App is LadySpeech, the Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa, the PayPal is LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for my 2 new members who joined the Sugar Honey Dumpling crew officially here on the YouTubes. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for tuning in today. If you were here during the live, you were right on time. If you made it in the beginning, right on time. If you made it in the middle, right on time. If you got it in the end, right on time. If you were here as this has been posted and recorded, you, my friend, are right on time. This week we are getting back to our regularly scheduled program, so there will be a members only video, and there might be a members only chat. We'll see. We're also going to get back to our cosmic readings, so I'm going to hit you with them full moons and the new moon readings and all that good stuff. All right. I want to remind you that I am not on Instagram, so all of those accounts on Instagram are fake accounts. Yes, I'm still trying to fight back on all that good stuff. However, I am on TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook, so I will put that link tree in the comments like I always do, and you can check me out and follow me on all those other platforms and things. Okay. I also have my wish list and my P.O. box. If you are a small business and you want me to review something that you make, you can send me those things. I'm going to be, putting a segment in probably closer to next year that is featuring small businesses. I like to do that anyway. So, so I have a P.O. box. I will be putting that in the chat, in the comments as well. Not in the comments, but the description. So you can send me whatever you want to send me. I'm going to check into these comments and I'm going to let you guys go. Morgana said, Thank you, Lady Speech, for taking the time to do this. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. I wish everyone lots of love and blessings as we go forward. Thank you, my dear. The birthday was absolutely wonderful. Natasha said, thank you so much for a much needed spanking. It is my pleasure and it is my duty, baby. It is my pleasure and my duty. Shakti said, thank you, Captain, for the labor of love. You are always welcome, my dear. You are always so welcome. Melanie said, that's why I brought Fly body butter. I see it said as a small ritual when I put it on. Yes, that's for those, Big Liz's body butters are the truth. All of her products are the truth. But that body butter is the truth, okay? Shamika said, I had an unhealthy attachment to love when I lacked self-worth. That's right. A lot of us deal with that. A lot of us, when we don't love ourselves, we end up attaching unhealthily to these concepts of love. And it's just, we got to fix it. We got to fix it. Catherine said, I was taking that love for granted, and now that I've walked through the fire, I'm so much more grateful for the love that surrounds me. Amen. Amen. Sarana said, do a Sekhmet. She's been coming up recently for me. Yep. Deal with that anger, baby. Deal with that anger. All right, good people. You are all beautiful. Just in case no one has told you, today you are wonderful. You are divine, and you are needed here, okay? I want to celebrate the fact that we just crossed the threshold of 10,000 followers, so I'm going to be doing a whole separate video celebration for that, but I just thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing these things. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and all that good stuff. Now, on that note, I'm going to see all you wonderful good people when I see you, baby. Have the best Saturday, Sunday, whenever you encounter this video. I love you deeply, and I'm going to see y'all soon. Mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. I love you. I live you. Thank you. Bye.